What you tell yourself every single morning is literally programming your future. Here's the question nobody's asking. What are you feeding your mind right now? Because if your thoughts are weak, I promise you, your life will follow. Today, I'm breaking down the 7 affirmations Napoleon Hill used every day. These aren't just feel-good quotes. These are mental weapons that rewire your brain, strengthen your faith, and fast-track you to the top. Let me show you exactly how this works. Napoleon Hill didn't just teach affirmations. He cracked the code on why they work. It all comes down to one thing: reprogramming your subconscious mind. Here's the truth. Your mind doesn't respond to what you want. It responds to what you believe. Hill called this auto-suggestion, the bridge between your conscious thoughts and your actual reality. When you repeat an idea with emotion and conviction over and over again, it roots itself deep in your subconscious. And whatever lives in your subconscious, that's what shows up in your life. That's why affirmations can't just be empty words you mumble in the mirror. They need purpose. They need feeling. They need faith. Napoleon Hill said it best: whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. But here's the catch. To believe it, you first have to declare it. So I'm about to give you 7 life-changing affirmations based on the exact principles Napoleon Hill lived by. Say them daily and watch your mindset, your faith, and your results start to shift. Let's go. Affirmation 1. I have the sacred right to be prosperous, happy, and abundant. This isn't wishful thinking. This is a declaration of who you truly are. You weren't put on this earth just to survive and struggle. You're here to thrive, to expand, to win. Napoleon Hill taught that poverty is a mental state. Nobody's born broke, but way too many people trap themselves in thoughts of lack, scarcity, and doubt. When you say this affirmation with conviction, you're telling the universe, I know my worth. I know I deserve the best. The phrase sacred right connects you to something deeper, your spiritual essence. This isn't arrogance. This is alignment with the bigger purpose the universe has for you. You weren't designed to live small. You were made for abundance. So burn this into your soul. I have the sacred right to be prosperous, happy, and abundant. Say it every morning with feeling. Because when your mind believes you deserve it, your reality has no choice but to reflect it. Affirmation 2. Everything I need to win already exists within me. You don't need the world's approval. You don't need permission to level up. And you definitely don't need to wait until you're ready. Everything you need is already inside you. This affirmation eliminates dependency, insecurity, and fear in one shot. Napoleon Hill said that the moment you know what you want, you're already halfway there. When you repeat this daily, you train your mind to stop looking outward for answers and start recognizing the power that's already within you. Not in your circumstances, not in what other people think, in your faith and determination. This isn't ego. This is spiritual truth. The universe doesn't plant a dream in your heart without also giving you the ability to achieve it. Even if you doubt, even if you can't see the resources right now, say it with conviction. Everything I need to win already exists within me. Do this every morning and watch your reality align with this truth. Affirmation 3. I live in perfect harmony with divine and universal energy. So many people feel disconnected, lost, like they're wandering without direction. But here's the real talk. You've never been alone. You might have just forgotten your most powerful connection, your link to the divine source. Napoleon Hill taught that a mind aligned with a higher purpose is unstoppable. That connection doesn't happen by accident. It comes from inner harmony. When you say this affirmation every morning, you're reminding yourself that you're part of a perfect plan, held by a force bigger than you. Everything happens for a reason, and you're not separate from the universe. You are the universe. Saying, I live in perfect harmony with divine and universal energy isn't just pretty words. It's an energetic alignment. When your soul is at peace, your mind lights up. When your mind lights up, your choices become crystal clear. And when your choices are clear, the path reveals itself. Repeat it. Feel it. Live it. You're part of something way bigger than you realize. Affirmation 4. Today I act with discipline, courage, and focus. Faith without action is just a fantasy. Napoleon Hill was blunt about this. Knowledge is only power when you put it to work. Most people know what they want, but few are willing to pay the price. This affirmation is powerful because it reminds you that every single day is a choice, a chance to build the future you actually want. When you say, "Today I act with discipline, courage, and focus," you're preparing your mind to move even when you don't feel motivated, even when you're scared, even when your body is screaming at you to quit. Discipline means doing what needs to be done regardless of how you feel. Courage means moving forward despite fear. And focus means keeping your eyes locked on the target with zero distractions. Together, these three qualities make you unstoppable. Don't say this like an observer. Say it like a warrior, someone who's done waiting. Because if you act today, tomorrow your life will be unrecognizable. Affirmation 5. My thoughts shape my reality, and I choose to think big. Your outer world is a direct reflection of what's happening inside your mind. What you're living right now is the result of what you've been thinking. Napoleon Hill made it clear. You become what you think about most of the time. This isn't motivational fluff. This is universal law. When you repeat, "My thoughts shape my reality, and I choose to think big," you activate the creative power of your mind. You swap limitations for possibilities. Thinking big isn't arrogance. It's faith in action. It's refusing to settle for a small life when you've got infinite potential. Whenever doubt creeps in, hit back with this affirmation. When fear tries to stop you, say it louder. When your mind wants to retreat to comfort, declare with force, "I choose to think big," because big thoughts create big actions, and big actions bring unlimited results. Affirmation 6. I am destined to achieve great things. Greatness lives within me. You're not just another person. You're not here by accident. You were created to leave a legacy. This affirmation awakens your true essence, the one that gets buried under insecurity, criticism, and fear. Napoleon Hill said that inside every challenge is a seed of opportunity. And that seed? It's your greatness. When you repeat with conviction, "I am destined to achieve great things. Greatness lives within me," you activate your original purpose. You reject mediocrity. You remind the universe who you are and why you're here. Greatness isn't about fame, empty wealth, or ego. It's about living with purpose, integrity, and impact. It's turning your life into a story that inspires, not something that gets forgotten. If you don't remind yourself of this, who will? You've got something unique to give the world, but you need to recognize it first. Say this truth daily. Let your actions reflect this certainty. Affirmation 7. My faith is greater than my fear. Every single day, everyone feels fear. Even the bravest people have doubts. But there's one force powerful enough to overcome fear without fighting it: faith. Napoleon Hill dedicated an entire book to this, Outwitting the Devil, where he revealed that fear is failure's most powerful weapon, and the only way to defeat it? Strengthen your faith. When you repeat, "My faith is greater than my fear" every single day, you're training your spirit to choose hope even in hard times. You're saying, "Maybe I don't know how, but I know it's possible. Maybe I don't have all the answers, but I've got the courage to take the next step. Maybe I don't trust the circumstances, but I trust the universe." This affirmation doesn't erase fear. It transforms it into fuel to move forward. Faith isn't the absence of fear. It's walking despite the fear, knowing a greater force is guiding you. Say this especially on the hard days. My faith is greater than my fear, every single day. That's how fear loses power, and that's how you take yours back. Now that you know these 7 affirmations, Understand this. They're not just words. They're tools to unlock a new mindset and a new life. Let's say them together, but do it with purpose, with emotion, with your whole heart. Take a deep breath. Repeat with me, out loud, in your mind, or in your spirit. I have the sacred right to be prosperous, happy, and abundant. Everything I need to win already exists within me. I live in perfect harmony with divine and universal energy. Today, I act with discipline, courage, and focus. My thoughts shape my reality, and I choose to think big. I am destined to achieve great things. Greatness lives within me. My faith is greater than my fear every single day. These affirmations aren't about mindless repetition. They're about transforming your mind and creating space for a more determined, powerful version of you. Make them part of your daily ritual. Write them down. Say them in front of the mirror. Live each one through your actions. Don't wait for external miracles. The real miracle happens inside you every time you choose to think differently. These 7 statements are your fresh start. Don't underestimate what you just did. You planted powerful seeds in your mind. If you water them daily with faith, discipline, and action, you'll harvest results you can't even imagine right now. Success isn't luck. It's a daily choice. And you just made yours. Repeating these affirmations isn't a trend. It's a transformative practice. It's training your mind to tune out fear and tune into the greater power inside you. Because there's no force stronger than a mind aligned with its purpose. Don't leave here without taking action. Knowing doesn't change your life. Doing does. This channel is for people who create their own destiny, not for people who just watch from the sidelines. If this message hit home, hit that subscribe button and share this video with someone who needs to hear it. And drop a comment telling me which of these 7 affirmations you're going to repeat this week. Every word on this channel has a purpose. Every video has a mission to remind you that the power is already in you. Don't let this be just another motivational video you forget tomorrow. Make it a turning point in your mind. I'll see you in the next one. But right now, go out there and act like the person you were destined to be.